Okay, I think we are live. So I'm not quite sure how many people are here. Let me check first. It says 2, but since I just started, I'm not quite sure if I can see myself here live. Okay, I'm gonna hear myself. Okay, I can hear myself, which is a very good thing. So I want to talk about what we're gonna do. I did not even hear me playing this plugin yet, so it's gonna be very interesting. So first of all, I'm Yasin, everyone, and I am doing my best to make music and modern metal, and one of the best plugins that I know and use in daily basis is Archetype Nolly, and I was waiting for this update for a long time. Unfortunately, I just got home and eat something. I was really excited to make this live stream happen, so that I did not, let me show it to you, I did not watch this video. Nolly talks about the plugin. I'm sure there are a lot of nice tips out there, not out there, in this video. So we are not going to talk about it, the whole features and stuff. I will do my best to explain them, but there might be something that I have missed, and for that I will watch this video, and I also recommend you to check these 3 hidden features that you might have missed. I will probably miss, or maybe not, in Archetype Nolly X. So we are already covered by Kian, so that's a very nice thing. And what I want to do is play a couple of tones, play my own tones, compare the tones between Archetype Nolly and Archetype Nolly X to understand. Probably they tested it already, but try to understand if there's any differences, even though it's just a nuance. Because if I'm not mistaken, when they introduced Archetype Gojira X, there was a problem in the level and gain staging, and it was kind of an issue because if you replace everything and use the exact same presets with the new X update, it was kind of an issue with Archetype Gojira. So I just want to do this very simple test as well. So let's check the official web page and talk about the new stuff. This is Nolly. I love Nolly. Hello Nolly, if you are watching. Hey Maurice, welcome man. Welcome to the stream. This is your first comment in the live stream. That's real nice. Welcome. So we already know probably pre-effects. If you don't know, we have 2 overdrive between, there is a nice delay, and we have a very nice compressor here. I actually don't know which pedals they're based on, but I'm not quite sure if we could find them. I never heard of Nolly or anyone else talk about it. Probably in Reddit there are some ideas, and maybe they're even confirmed, but I don't know if these are actually named. But anyway, apparently there is one nice switch. Says that it's, let's read it. We added a bright switch to overdrive 1, this little guy, for extra articulation and clarity, which we'll test. And Nolly recommends that leaving that thing on unless we are looking at a particularly smooth character. Let's test that. Amps are of course the same. I did not expect that they will change it, and that wouldn't be feasible. If you think about it, you're getting an update, but tone completely changes. That would be weird. And Nolly X features 4 new speaker options. Sounds really nice. 1 per cap, expanding the tonal options in the plugin. Okay, let's talk about that one as well. Link and unlink. That was just icons changed. For EQ, we got something called Nolly's mod. The new Nolly's mod graphic EQ switches some frequencies with custom Q parameters, allowing for creative EQ boosting. That's nice. that's actually really nice. And transpose and doubler, we already know them. If you ever get an X update or very recent plugin, you got these out of the box. But since these were very old, or not so, but old implementations, they didn't have these nice features. And if you have quad cortex, which I don't, I hope to have one in the future, you can now port your tones, transfer everything to the cortex, and you can use it seamlessly. Reverb has a video about Core OS. I think they're supporting more plugins now, and probably also including Nolly X, since this one got the update, and probably it's going to be very interesting. So without further ado, I want to talk about one more thing as a disclaimer. We are going to play Nolly X now. I'm gonna close the mic. I don't want you to get the acoustic sound. I did a small setup. Hopefully you will hear everything clearly. We're gonna work over the presets. I am not planning to create a tone at the moment, but don't worry, I'll make something and probably share with the community. If you want to be a part of it and get the tones, definitely visit my website and subscribe so that you will be informed. So I'm going to start with the default one. Of course, that makes a lot of sense, right? I'm gonna mute myself and we're gonna talk after that. And I'm also planning to duplicate this track right away and load Archetype Nolly, not X, because I always keep both of them in my Mac in case something happens and I want to change, go back if there's a small bug that I don't, want to think about. So for that case, we will also load the Nolly, and I'm not quite sure if we're gonna just dial the default stuff, but I already have some tones for Archetype Nolly. I will just load them because I trust that they are not changed. There is a possibility that they would just change the default tone just because it's much better, right? So let's see. I think it's great, but just for the sake of it, I am planning to duplicate this, change this to amps and pedals, neural DSP, Archetype Nolly, mono stereo, just a default tone, hopefully. Okay, it's here. Now we can also, compare the looks, right? I'm gonna put myself like this, and here, nope, here, that's nice. And let's move these a little bit, just also get the full comparison also in visuals, because I know some nice people worked with this design as well, so shout out to them. Not the biggest difference, but looks much better and realistic considering the cap details. Anyway, now I am enabling this guy again. Hopefully it'll be only default preset. As you can see, they changed some stuff, so this is completely different. I'm gonna play just for the sake of it, and after that I will play something with one of my presets. I'm gonna load both of them with the same preset, and we will compare then. And we can also record something and do some A/B stuff, right? I also changed name to make sure. Nolly and Nolly X. Okay, so you can also do the comparison when you're watching, right? Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and let's play. Okay, my voice was gone. I was muted. What I'm gonna do is what I did actually. I loaded my clean preset, just default stuff. As you can see, at least in a visual side, the parameters are exactly the same. What I didn't understand, we have this extra 5 dB output, so I'm not quite sure if it's realized and analyzed and did something in a way that it matches to the old one. So it understood that it's Archetype Nolly preset, and since Archetype Nolly X loading that preset, it added that extra offset. Not sure. Let's level them up. I'm not gonna touch this one until I hear a big difference. But that is all. There's also one more thing I realized. I'm not quite sure if it's mentioned anywhere, but where is oversampling? Is it missing? They moved it somewhere? Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna play Nolly first, then Nolly X. Now we're gonna play Nolly X, this guy. That is pretty interesting. I even forget my own tone, right? The thing is, I will load the presets once again because as you can see, did you? Okay, wait. Did anything change with the reverb? Setups are exactly the same, but I felt a difference. Reverb. Maybe it's about Nolly's mod? Did it change it this much? I wanna see it on I wanna see it myself. As you can see, I just checked if these values changed, but no. Amp setting was exactly the same. We have dynamic 57 this one called CB now. Okay, wait, what is this? Speaker closed GB and open GB. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And this one is apparently the closed one now. Okay, good to know. And I want to understand if it's Nolly's mod that I received that difference in tone. For the last thing, I will also check the comparison. I do a comparison with the pedals. Interesting. Okay, let's continue by disabling and enabling Nolly's mod. That will be our first feature, kind of new stuff that we need to compare. I will do some A/B, play the exact same thing, kind of simple stuff, couple of chords, and let's see if Nolly's mod is changing a lot of stuff or it's a small nice touch. Muting myself, and let's go. My idea is that it's narrow certain frequencies, especially on the low side, and when I use Nolly's mod, it's definitely more clear, and I feel that some of the bassy stuff is just goes away. Let's try with a bar chord around the first section. So apparently 65 Hz becomes 75, and we got 150 here, and all these values are changed, but some of them are probably a little bit narrow compared to the Nolly X. I also want to try one thing. This will be our second comparison in a clean tone, where it's gonna be original, and I'm going to compare the Nolly and Nolly X, and I want to do it by recording. So let's show the nice view. This is nice view, by the way. When I record something, I always use these ones. Okay, now these things are gone away. I'm going to play a couple of chords, and after that we are going to duplicate Nolly X and Nolly, and after that I'll just go between them, basically. that's more than enough. Simple. Now we don't have any tone here. I'm not quite sure you're gonna hear that. I think you will. I'm gonna mute the vocal and we will just go between Nolly X and Nolly. We will start with Nolly and after that we will continue with Nolly X. I think it was Option or CMD command, click only solos, certain stuff. We're gonna discover that together in a bit. One more thing, just making sure that this is original. Okay, let's start. Okay, it's Option button. Let's start. It is definitely this extra 5 dB that is added. I don't recall that I added it, but anyways, so there's this volume change. Now I think it's gone. Let's do it again. Okay, so this 5 dB definitely added because I loaded an Archetype Nolly X, sorry, Archetype Nolly preset in Archetype Nolly X. So this 5 dB, it shouldn't scare you, just letting you know. And I think it's pretty close. I personally didn't get any specific nuances, so I think it's kind of same. Let's use the last chord, not the last chord, but yeah, the one in here, right? Let's do this. Okay, I will also get the attack. Let's compare only this chord to make sure. Okay, I want to open the website again because if you hear it clearly, hopefully YouTube compresses good enough. We have an issue here. The reverb is completely different. Not completely different. Reverb is a little bit more open. It's like I increase the mix and decay a little bit. By the way, tone is phenomenal, right? And Nolly mode, to my understanding, is great. I'm just trying to understand the difference here. Just don't get me wrong. We will continue with crunch tone after that, and I am kind of sure that this tone does not have overdrive 1, so we can definitely rule that out. Rule this thing out. This what was it? Bright switch. Yeah. And I think kept changing a little. Nope, it wasn't a cab. It was just reverb. And I'm not quite sure if anything changed that is not noted here in the pre-effects. Sorry, not pre-effects, my bad. On the reverb side. But there is something for sure. Maybe in the future I will make a better video where I literally do an oscillation and just compare the reverbs. but I'm not feeling bad about that. To my understanding, Nolly X gives a better reverb output. Let's hear again, then we will change to our next tone. And just to make it easier for you, I will also change the track color to something better and disgusting, to this one. And now you can understand that yellow one is Nolly X and this one is Nolly. Okay, we will start with Nolly. It's like a much bigger room. For sure, for sure. I mean, not a bigger room. Maybe it's just the mixed values or just mixed dynamics in terms of that button changed. I'm a software developer, so I would understand if there's a small difference in the implementation. So we are going to remove this audio files, right? And I want to continue with a different tone. I have tones in every single range, so we didn't even check the presets yet. We will. So I just want to load my rhythm tone here. And one more issue though, as you can see, when I install Archetype Nolly X, it got all the presets, but when I check the user here, I do not have these wonderful directories where I got Connor Kaminsky's tone from his songwriting masterclass, my cover tones for Periphery, my lead tones. I know this is the solo I play for Geordi, and this is my friend's tones, and these are my original demos for. I played a lot of Nolly stuff, so I made some demos. It's from there. Just make sure that you get the tones right. You see, it didn't get. It only checked for XML files, not directories. Let's move my tones at least these ones. Where is that thing? Okay, I'm not quite sure if it will find it automatically. Oh yeah, it got it. Nice. Okay, that's good. So let's continue with the rhythm tone. Again, we have this extra 5 dB. Don't be afraid. And I'm going to play that. This is not the crunchy setting. Probably we will find a nice Nolly preset for that, and we will compare that. Hope he didn't change those presets, but let's see. Let's play the old Nolly with my rhythm preset, and after that I'm going to change it to Nolly X, still the same preset with that offset, which is completely understandable. We did the comparison, so I don't mind. So I'm gonna mute myself. We're gonna play with Nolly first, then we're gonna change to Nolly X. And let's do it with a new one. By the way, very small note here. Nolly's mod on, and I'm gonna make it off. Then we're gonna switch it later, but EQ is actually not changed because it's my preset. I didn't touch EQ on this one, so who cares? Probably, hopefully. And okay, let's play Nolly X now. that's, I think, again a little bit different, but I wanna check that maybe it's the cap. I'm not quite sure if new caps or speakers added or it's something different. And I forgot to check my own stream, and if I got everything right. Okay, sorry for this. I'm just making sure that my guitar playing is coming to you, right? And I'm asking for 1 more second. Okay, sorry for this 25 seconds of nonsense. And we can continue. I want to do the exact same thing with an AB. By the way, I'm just trying to understand if this thing is reliable in terms of, you know, having an update, using the new plugin with the updated version, I mean. And when you change the tones and you click that original, you accepted that 5 dB offset, is it better or same, which is something that we also need to talk about. We're gonna do another AB, and after that I want to close Archetype Nolly and only focus on Archetype Nolly X, because our first part, this comparison, it will just be that. And I'm still wondering, where is this oversampling mode? Is it completely gone, or it's because I changed something? So let's record something very simple and compare the tones again, right? Let's do it. Nope, I need a small cycle. I mean, we will only use the first part, but I think it's gonna be fine. So let's hear it. I know you heard when I'm playing, you also heard the acoustic part of the guitar, so that pick stuff is not our concern. I was having fun, but the first couple, of course, are more than enough for us. First of all, we just checked together that even though Nolly is mod on, it's not important because I didn't change anything on the EQ, but I still made it original just to make sure. I don't know why. We don't have reverb or delay. Normally this is just a rhythm tone that I track, and in the mix I add the reverb. Maybe Valhalla, or I'm using something else from Slate Digital Pack, or maybe even just the built-in reverb designer. That was the name. Anyway, so this one is apparently okay. This is the 4th cap, and this speaker is literally 75. Nolly will probably explain that, or already explained that, but I didn't watch it yet in the video. What is 75? What is 212 here? Maybe people who are watching already know. Let me know. But just wanted to mention that. But I suspect this is the exact same one with the previous Archetype Nolly tone, so I can do a comparison. Let's continue with checking this area where I only used overdrive 1, which is a change one. Thank you so much. Nice clean sound present. Thank you so much. We can play around that in a bit. With the rhythm tone, now we are going to check this switch. As you can see, this is off. This is a reliable thing, of course. With the update, all the new features are not included or turned on, so to say, with the preset. So that's very good to know. So you can definitely rely on that. So we will do a comparison. Again, this is our last comparison with the rhythm tone. And what we're gonna do is we have this couple of chords. Actually, it's just one chord that I just struck. We are not even doing gent. I have 7th string there. That's later stuff. But I want to play the Nolly first, my OG tone right away. And after that, we will change it to the Nolly X. And I will also play only one chord striking motion. I don't know how to call that. And we will also take a closer look together. Okay, first old one, then new one. And apparently, yep, the blue one is the old one and green one is the new one. Okay, let's compare. I think we don't even need to talk about it. They did an amazing job of, you know, making it reliable. I didn't change anything, of course, and it's just portable to the new version. So we got that, except reverb, by the way. Wait a second. Maybe we should talk about this. Maybe I should write that to neural. Green is good. I'm not quite sure if you got any difference. That's wonderful, by the way. But I personally didn't get any. Just gonna give you all one more look and comparison. To my understanding, since I did not change anything, old and new presets, the exact same tones, should match. Even, I don't know, in a frequency spectrum, if I phase the old old guitar output and the new one, it shouldn't have a difference. But yeah, let's check it together, of course. Again. You must have a very nice ears, because I personally didn't get any difference. But I'm not quite sure about the name. Sorry for that. I have to try to read that. NPS 1337. I definitely saw you in the stream before, and I definitely need a name if you want me to, you know, shout your name. But you say that there's a little deep bass. Personally, I didn't get anything, but please, if you have Nolly or at least a trial, you can just download and check it for yourself, because sometimes YouTube compression, it also affects something. So just saying. So this was a small comparison. Personally, I didn't difference, but if you do, that's great, because my ears are probably messed up from all these loud listening anyway. So I'm going to add the reverb. Just this is the last thing we are going to do. I want to show you one small thing. If you just came to the stream, we didn't change anything, and I'm going to enable reverb. These are exact same parameters as the other old one and new one. And what we're gonna do is play reverb, because I heard that is different. It has more space. Maybe mix values are changed, built in. Of course, I didn't change them in the presets, but definitely there's a difference. Maybe we're gonna hear that in the distorted one as well. We definitely heard that. I personally heard that. Sorry, I personally heard that in the clean tone. So I'm shutting my mouth. I'm gonna play the exact same thing again. This time we have exactly same set up reverbs in our rhythm tone, and we're gonna check if there's difference. Sorry, I forgot to solo it. I think they're kind of similar, but I still feel that Nolly X Reverb has something extra, a little bit more space. I'm not quite sure if they changed this reverberation. They used another room or another environment, or they didn't change anything at all, but something has changed on the implementation, and now the mix value is built in a little bit more than it should be. I'm just gonna focus on this chord. I'm just gonna take that. Yeah, I mean, different reverb. It's not in the website or anything. What I feel is the transient of that reverb tail is longer, and this is totally my ears, my experience. You know what's going on, but I'm also sharing with the stream and you. So please take a look, take a listen. I'm gonna play the old one first, and I'm just gonna stop it, and I want you to listen the reverb tail. You can increase the volume for a little bit. So yep, let's start. And after that I will change it to Nolly X, and I want you to check the I want you to check the reverb tail. Okay, let's do it. I think I can also prove that like this actually. Let's remove that. Also, let's remove that. Take this here, change the color, and we will come here. We're gonna say bounce, right? Bounce in join, bounce in place, add a new track. Let's call it Nolly Reverbed. Sorry, this is Nolly X Reverbed. Green is large room. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Exactly. And I was do the exact same thing, but actually it didn't give any. I was expecting a very long, including reverb tail difference. And I will do the exact same thing just to make sure. Nolly reverbed. Okay. So let's hear it both. I'm gonna move this up. For some reason, these are a little bit small. For some reason, of course. Okay, now we are going to listen only Nolly with reverb and Nolly X with reverb. I'm going to okay, I should have moved this because you also need to see my moves, right? Let's start with Nolly reverbed, and after that I will play Nolly X reverbed, and I want you to take a listen. This is also different in okay. I will redo it again because for some reason we have the response is a little bit different. I wanna remove this and do it again. Sorry for waiting, you people. Nolly X reverbed, right? Okay, it definitely starts with this thing. I'm not quite sure if something is going on, or maybe we should do something about it, but this is Nolly as reverb. and this one. I'm feeling that difference, but okay. Thank you so much. This is my last guitar that I bought. I'm really happy with it. Okay, I have no other claims, but I'm sure Reverb is different. Sorry for too much experimentation, but these things are needed, especially if you want to trust a new update. So we are going to play a couple of presets from the people I like, and this will be a nice example for all of us, hopefully, and we will get some nice tones. I'm closing old Nolly. I've also muted, so you will make sure that you're not gonna hear it. And I will play with my lead tone a little bit. We also don't have any new feature here, but I will definitely actually we need to focus on the new stuff. I think these are legacy tones, which is great, and I want to go over Nolly's tones this time. And while doing it, we will also enable and disable the new features, which is the bright switch. And moving on, Nolly's mod, and yeah, that's all. I mean, that's not all, of course, but maybe we can also work with the cabs. I don't know, use the exact same cab with the different speakers, and we can also compare them if it's an interesting point. If you want to see that, just let me know. How about feel when hold neck? This Strandberg. Okay, you are talking about endo neck. People say that it's different in terms of feel, and it definitely is for the first time, especially when you are playing a lot of leads. Your hands will, your thumb will just fall a little bit this way because there's less wood on the top section, but it's really easy to play. I got used to it in a couple of hours even. Of course, if you want to play very fast shredded stuff, you maybe definitely need a little bit more time, a couple of days at least. But it's very easy to get used to it, and I think it's much better for your hand. And if you use the guide, you can position yourself in a better way for your guitar techniques. I am doing my practices with this one and my PRS Custom 24, and I go between them just to have this old other neck feeling, and I think PRS Custom 24 has the best neck ever, and it's really nice. And when I do my practices with it, I feel much smoother and better, and maybe even faster. And this is OM pickups, right? Nope. This is Sur SSH Plus and SSV. I have a video about that. It's in my channel. It's kind of a 1 month old video. If you want to check that out, there's also a demo with a couple of tones and stuff. And we can talk about it in a Q&A live stream, but I want to focus on the tones if you don't mind. But thanks for the question. That means the world to me. That's for sure. Let's start with Nolly presets. Let's go over them a little bit. I'm gonna play something because probably that's what you need, that you all want. A little bit squeaky, but I really like this tone, by the way. Yep, this one definitely has the gent sound. I mean, he already mentions that in the video. This is great, by the way. One thing I want to mention, after I play a couple of notes, I will also get my PRS Holcomb 7 string, and it has a little bit rusty strings. Sorry for that. I wasn't kind of prepared. I just came from work and opened a live stream, so I didn't change the strings yet, but I think it would be a really nice idea to take that, because as far as I remember, even in Spirit Box production we have Nolly, and for low tones it works great. So it would be really nice to have that in our first look as well. We have one question here. Tyler, hello, by the way. Have you tried to free GentCut plugin? I haven't. I actually haven't. It would be really nice if you can. Actually, I can also, of course, search for it, but if you can send me a link, that would be really nice, because it was totally out of my radar. So, we have AT lead. Let's open it. Let's play it. I'm gonna mute my mic. I want you to have only the tone in your ears. I turn the vocals on. I cannot actually, I mean, probably I can definitely send this tone, but this is already Nolly's tone in the Archetype Nolly X, so you probably already have it. You said that you have the plugin, so if you get the update, this is Nolly's tone. Right now we are playing Nolly's presets that he introduced in the new update. The old one is in the legacy folder, and if you continue on these ones, these are totally new ones. We will continue with Born in Sweden, and we have a couple of comments that I need to read. It's the ML Sound Labs TVT plugin. I definitely heard that then, because I remember something with Gent, and I would definitely remember something with Gent. But I actually did not try it. If there's a free trial, I can definitely do a demo, but I think it's a little bit old, right? Like 1 or 2 years old. Probably it's not gonna be interesting for anyone, but at least I can just get a couple of ideas. So many presets, exactly. Let's continue with Born in Sweden. I think it gives a message that I don't know what it is, but probably Nolly mentions that in an earlier SP video. That's pretty. That's really pretty. I think this one has the... Yes. This one has the bright switch. We are going to A/B that now. And we will also do an A/B to the Nolly's mode now. By the way, after live stream ends, I'm going to put these small markers on, I don't know, what we tried. and maybe I can cut that and make a video, but I doubt that I would do it. So it's kind of a different topic for now. So let's start with toggling the bright switch, and we are going to compare that. I want to do it in a official nice way, and I'm gonna maybe I don't need to click. I'll just play one chord, and after that we will compare the sound with the bright switch just to make sure. I will also just play in. Actually, we can just do it. I'm going to disable this and enable this, play kind of same stuff, and after that we are going to record something, and we will do a comparison without me playing, because you know, when I play the exact same thing second time, I can change my dynamics, and it wouldn't be a nice thing for an A/B test. So let's continue. I'm going to disable and enable this switch. Let's do it. Of course, since we did not engage anything, right? I should cut the gain a little bit. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So I'm not changing anything actually. Maybe we should put everything at noon, maybe increase the tone a little bit. And now we are going to toggle the bright switch and make sure that, you know, it does something. I'm sure it does, of course. Whoops, my vocals. The first one was definitely placebo because it was off, but let's record this, and I'm gonna do some small arpeggiation, or at least try it, because I think it's gonna show it off a little bit better. Okay, now I don't have to do anything. Kidding. I am going to play it with and without the sprite switch. Okay, that was a nasty take, so let's just play small zeros. Maybe it will give more information. Okay, let's do it. Sorry for taking that time. Okay, now we're going to use this without let's do it by playing as well. There's definitely a small change. Maybe it will increase with the drive. Of course, saturation will affect that, and maybe also tone will affect that a little bit. So let's do a small exaggeration, not for finding a really nice tone wise, but increase it a little bit. So it's going to be disabled, this switch first, then we're gonna reduce the gain, and just to make sure that treble is not giving us any trouble, I'm gonna set it to noon. And let's try it. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna play with and without this toggle, and we're gonna check the differences together. There's definitely something different. I think it brings some clarity, but it will probably shine in a late tone. We will also think about it. Let's continue by changing the preset, and we'll continue with Brit Bytes from Nolly. Again, this preset is completely his. We have the compressor here used only. That's the second amp with matching, and wow, everything is set to full, and we don't have too much changes except this 8K, and it's with Nolly mode, so it's affecting 8K hertz. So it's a nice tone, and it has definitely the bite. I want to play 2 or 3 more, some lead tone and some nice stuff. That no cap clean was interesting. Let's play that and the Sublime lead, and I'm going to change the guitar. We're gonna put some heavy tones in there, and we're gonna check if it's alright or not. It's alright. I mean, it's Archetype Nolly, of course. It's nice. I'm a fan, by the way. Thank you so much for joining the live stream, and good day and good night since you're gonna sleep. So yeah, this Sublime lead is amazing. Let me play a couple of high notes. That's great. I want to check that no cap and the bass clean. Let's do it together. Bass clean first, then no cap clean. I'm gonna say thick and a thick metal rhythm to the 7th string. Let's play it. You will see the change hopefully in a live stream, but I'm gonna make it bigger for you. If it's not big enough, you know, if you cannot read that name, I'm sorry for that. I didn't know. I will play the bass clean, and then we will change the no cap together. I was using no cap clean from the cleaning plugin, but this one is amazing. I'll try some small strumming with the middle pickup as well. That is the second best tone I found so far. The first one is all-purpose metal rhythm, which definitely earned his right. And let's change to a 7th string, and I will change it to my Holcomb 6th string, the last. And we're gonna play some chugs, that's what I'm good for, I think. And after that we will talk about a couple more stuff. I think a little bit distorted tone with EQ in a preset. It's gonna give a really nice AB for the EQ section. Let's do it. I'm gonna close this guitar thing. Whoops. We are throwing our Pliny. I'm kidding, that's a live stream. It's not something that I can afford. And I like this guitar so much. Okay. Let's try with our 7th string. I'm gonna use the strap. I think it's gonna be good. Then I want to give you the guitar tone where I don't want to give you the guitar tone when I'm going to. Is this disabled or enabled? I hope it's not. I want to check that out. Hopefully I played something. Whoa. Okay, you can hear it. Whoa. That scared me to death. But I cannot see if I enabled something or disabled it. That is definitely not fair. Let's close low latency monitoring. I hope there won't be too much latency. I just don't want to give the tone when I'm tuning, you know. Actually, can we mute here? No. Oh, yeah, okay. Of course, this is the update. Actually, the update has the tuner, so. Anyway, so let's do it. In the meantime, I will try to talk in parallel. I think we wouldn't do justice if we use drop A, but I think it's also not bad to test it out, right? We will do some small attack tuning. Who cares the K? Okay, that is good enough. This is the no cap with 7th string, by the way. Woo! That's great. I definitely see myself playing this. I'm not even joking. I was kidding. So, again from Nolly's preset, this one is thick. I'm gonna mute myself. Let's play something together. It's kicking ass for sure. I want to do a small A/B here. Let's turn on and off original versus Nolly's mod. Changes the Q values. You know that it's on a website. If you don't, I also mentioned that in the beginning of the live stream. Anyway, we will disable and enable that, and we're gonna make sure Nolly's mod is better. That was a stupid sentence. I mean, it's of course just preference, and it gives a better tonal option and palettes, because if you switch it, now you have a different EQ. Same type of EQ, but commanding different part of the equalization, different bands. So let's do a small A/B. I'll chuck to the hell and change this from Nolly's mod to original afterwards. Okay, let's do it. It's a day and night difference for sure. For sure. I wanna... Okay, this one is not using overdrive one. If I add it, it will be probably too much saturation. And this one is Type Nolly Rhythm, again from Nolly. Let's check it out. I tried to reach to my bridge, my Floyd, my tremolo. There is none. So the next one is Tone Bow or Tone Bows is Legends. I like the reference, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I wouldn't like so much, or maybe I would love it if I know what it is. So this one also has this overdrive 1 engaged with the new switch, which makes things brighter and cleaner when you're playing. And we are going to A/B that as well in this tone bows. I think there's an S. Z, sorry, is Legend. You will definitely see, you know, when I click this. So let's see. Time to disengage the switch and let's compare the tones together. Um, day and night. Day and night. Oh, we got a comment. I already update Nolly X now. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I didn't give you the update, so, but yeah, I mean, I hope it was helpful to give you some insight. Definitely check that Reverb. I should even talk with neural guys about it, just to clear something up, or maybe even Nolly, not sure. So let's continue. This is great, and this bright, which is definitely day and night difference. It's like it's gonna be a little bit different take on it, but you know, when you change your pickup and everything is much cleaner, you can arpeggiate. When you play the chords, you can distinguish the notes in it, in notes in a chord. It's that kind of effect. And of course, if you set your tone, the overall tone, I mean, if you set your treble too high, add too much presence, as you can see, Nolly put literally 0 here, it maybe, you know, add up and stack a little bit more. Just make sure that you're not falling in that trap when you're making a tone. Of course, I am planning to make a couple of presets, but so far what I heard from Nolly is amazing. Definitely this no cap clean is out of this world. Out of this world. This is great. I see myself using this no cap clean every single day. Every single day. This is the tone where you make 1,000 songs. I never know that when I saw your live stream. Then I'm really happy. Not just giving you the update, but also the insight. Hopefully you got something, you know, nice from this live stream. And definitely thanks for watching. Damn ambient. Exactly. This tone is out of this world. This is the no cap clean is out of this world. Let's play a couple more. This rhythm tones, I didn't put it too much. I didn't dig too much with the Pliny because it's a 6-string Pro guitar, but this one is where I make most of the heavy stuff. And I just saw periphery style rhythm, definitely caught my attention. Let's get to this one. And I also want to check the transpose. Since I'm using the headphones, I don't have this weird feeling. You know, when you're using your monitors, you hear a clear standard tuning or drop something, and you transpose 5-6 semitones down, but you hear the both thing at the same time, and it confuses your mind, and it's a disgusting feeling in my opinion. So what we are going to do is transpose this, I don't know, 6 steps. I think artifacts and shifting gets messy after 4 or 5 semitones, and you know, this has to be real time, right? This is another problem. So let's check that together, shall we? I'm going to play periphery style rhythm as low as possible to my ideas, and let's hear it. Of course, I will also change the transpose to 0 just to have that drop A stuff. That is nasty. I mean, okay, Thailand is 3:35 a.m. Damn, you need to sleep. It's not my thing to say, of course, but yeah. Good night. I will change the tone to Punch and Judas, and I think from now on I will change the presets a little bit faster, and let's get the tone that we want to hear a little bit. So far, these new stuff is so good. Engage the curse, Nolly said. That is great. That sounds amazing. I really like that. The whole idea of the engage the curse. I really like it. I think it's enough for some rhythm stuff, and I wanna check what kind of new stuff we have here in the artists area. I'm not quite sure if these ones are old or new. Definitely Francesco's tones are new because I don't remember them from the old one. We will check this one because I really like how Francesco dials tones. I want to check Kian's tone if he has some new stuff. Yeah, Kian's default Australian hero lead. Nice. Yeah, we'll also check that. Just both. There are really nice names here. Rebea, Nick, Josh de la Victoria. I mean, I almost know all of them, but there are some certain people that I really like their tones and name. Boris, for example, Boris Benice is also here. I'm proud. And we get some tones from him. I will dial 2 tones from each, and we'll get a little bit more idea. As last thing, I want to give you one more tuning, basically. 6-string Holcomb. We're gonna play a couple of some things with that. I just want you to have this live stream has some range in terms of guitars and setup and tones, and after that we will nicely finish it. I will start with my friend. So Boris has 8 to 10 tones, and I wanna have the Petrucci and the smooth lead. I think it'll be nice. Or wait, taste the bold riff. Petrucci and smooth lead. Let's do it. You will know when I change the plugin, so I'm not gonna say anything. I should have for warm up right before opening a stream. Let's continue with Tasty Bold Riff and I will jump to another artist. I think these pen caps are amazing, and this room sand, it wasn't a feature that old Nolly has. We can just check it out together. Or I don't know. Nope, it didn't exist then. And it creates this 3D feeling I really liked. It would I would lose that in a mix. Like it should be doubled or something, but it sounds so great, and I would definitely try that in a demo. Maybe I will. Now, split coiling. That kind of opened my eyes, so that's definitely one of the most important features so far. Not kidding. I know this bright toggle is a really nice one. It's just turned off on this one, but that's not our case. And definitely, where was it? Sorry, this Nolly's mod, it definitely changed a lot of stuff. It's a wonder. But that new cap section, new cap opportunities, because since Nolly captured them, I personally fully trust it. And we have this panning, and I think it's great. Maybe we can even use multiple caps if it's possible. Have the same tone, create a lot of panning, use maybe 3 different mics and positions, and fuse that. I definitely see myself doing that. So let's change to another artist. 2 more, Kian and Francesco. From Francesco I will use I like this one. Chainsaw, Orf, and Crystal Clean. Let's do those and skip. If you never ever tried Nolly, or even if you did actually with a trial, I think they're resetting it. Nolly X has this opportunity now. You can try it for 2 weeks and go over all of this stuff. I personally won't. Will, but not in the stream at least. Let's play. This is the second best clean tone. The first Nolly's no cap, that's the second one, for sure. For sure. Okay, this is Chainsaw Orf Orf. I think they chuck stuff. Francesco, you're amazing. These tones are amazing. Let's continue. By the way, all these tones require some tweaks, you know. Not because, you know, there's something different, but I'm quite sure that Francesco was very meticulous. They create these presets on a new string and a nice setup. Everything is, you know, with a nice coffee, everything is kind of that level. And I am playing on a Holcomb, which is an amazing guitar, maybe one of the perfect ones in theory, but it has a nice rusty strings and maybe not the best setup. So for that reason, I have to tweak it to my own needs and my situation. So besides that, it's perfect. Forbidden Marshall, Keon's default. Let's play these two. And Gemolo to long note test selectives. Okay, what is that? What is that? Yep, as I suspected. As I suspected. This is nice. Let's play both Kian's default. such a great tone. Let's try the exact same on 6th string with Keon's tone, and I think it's gonna be a good enough first look. Let's do it. I did not disable this. Yep. Now your ears will be fine. This one also has a bit of rusty strings. I mean, when I say rusty, since I use Elixir OptiWebs, I don't feel any rustiness, but I'm quite sure they lose some brightness, and I don't wanna. I mean, it's kind of disclaimer that I need to say, because if there's anything bad you hear, maybe it's kind of responsible, this rusted strings. And we are not going to test the split coil on this one because let's say I lost the split coil for a couple of weeks. It's not working. Nothing I can do. So let's start with Keon's default, but I should definitely tune it a little bit. Of course, it's gonna be close tuning on attack tuning. We are not recording anything, right? I'm not looking for perfection here. Let's play. Keon's default, Cap 2 on Holcomb SE 2023 model with the new Scarlet and Scourge Seymour Duncan pickups. I'm trying to give all the details to you, so you will have a nice mental detail on what you're hearing. Let's continue with a couple of lead tones, and we're gonna play a couple of cleans, again giving you some reference, and maybe from Nolly's tone again, that no cap clean was amazing, like Francesco's crystal clean, that was also nice, amazing. So we're gonna also check that. vocal tone, vocal light lead tone is really nice. I really like that as well. I think this one definitely utilize Nolly's mod. Yeah, not the biggest changes so far, but it's prominent on where guitar is guitar. So that's definitely something. I'm going to check that wonderful tone. No cap clean. That's played. By the way, when I change the presets, you are hearing something. I have no idea. Normally, when I'm not streaming, I don't see any. So I don't hear anything like this on the preset switch. So sorry if it is bad. I couldn't find the word. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and let's continue with the no cap clean, playing with 6-string Holcomb 2023 model, and let's go. Sounds wonderful, this thing. And again, of course, why not this one? Unfortunately, I forget it, but I think the sound is extremely close. I mean, considering I'm trying with a peripheral guitar in a peripheral-like tone, that was what I expect. It was something like that. Trust me, bro. Anyway, I think we covered enough tones and tonal changes, and of course I didn't expect an extreme change, but I got actually a lot of nice stuff with it. Let's talk about it for the last couple of minutes. I want to mention, you know, kind of a summary. The update is great. As far as I understand, there's a 5 dB difference between old and new plugin, because when I try to load an old, sorry for that sound, when I try to play an old preset, I have this 5 dB output difference. Normally I have everything with output 0 dB, but when I load them in a new plugin, new update, I have this 5 dB difference. Maybe it's mentioned somewhere, I don't know. Second thing, reverb is different. Reverb is the same, but the space is different. Maybe it automatically increases the mix a little bit. I'm not gonna say automatically, but maybe the ranges are different between old and new plugin. Or they have a little bit different implementation of the same room because it is more spacey. The reverb tail is longer, so that's day and night difference. I like the bright switch if you have certain riffs that requires more clarity, and if the original tone is not biting your ears, I think it's a good addition, and definitely you should turn that on. And Nolly's mode is definitely a big difference. Not sure if you're hearing a big difference, but changing those parameters, kind of a Nolly special custom EQ. Even though you do similar changes, it affects probably the areas where people like us, metalcore guys, gent guys, have to change and dial. I'm not quite sure if that makes any sense, but personally it was my understanding, and it's kind of a stupid explanation in my part. I hope it didn't confuse you. I cannot see oversampling here, and I think it's originally oversampled because, as you can see, in the old one we had it's here. Now we don't. I'm not quite sure if it also gone in the old plugins new updates, but I find that a little bit interesting because I am sure oversampling makes a difference in the CPU usage, and it was a nice option. I always set it high because I have a nice Apple Silicon Mac and I'm happy with that. But anyways, and I realized that in these new presets, Nolly also utilized the new speakers that he introduced, and I really liked those and the tones when I was playing it. I think I need to give a little bit more time, change them, do some A/B. We left that out from the live stream. I mean, I did basically, but anyway. And I have to say this. When Archetype Nolly first came out, it was the most versatile, the best plugin in my opinion. And I'm a Archetype Gojira fan. Imagine that. And I know so many people using Nolly, Archetype Nolly, not the man himself. Sorry. And to be honest, it was my go-to for a lot of stuff, from practice to playing leads. It's in my records, it's in my projects, it's everywhere basically. Archetype Nolly is the best virus possible that found a home in my projects and in my PC. And the new update is basically made it better. Nolly's captures are amazing, the tones are amazing, and I definitely see myself using more if that's possible. Maybe even for some of the tones, instead of using Pliny's ambience, I can use Nolly. I will definitely check that out, but that no cap preset from Nolly was amazing. Also, Francesco's crystal clean preset is definitely something that you need to check, and I'm very happy with the updates. That's kind of the summary. And you may ask, is there a possibility where you don't like an update? And the answer is yes. Again, I want to mention that when Archetype Gojira is updated in the first version of Archetype Gojira X, apparently there was a difference, and the sounds were quite I think that 5 dB offset is a solution from that mistake. To me it was totally okay. We did some A/B together. We changed from old to new Nolly, and including offsets we did some A/B testing, and it was totally fine to my ears. Reverb is completely different. Okay, that's a big claim. Reverb tail is different. It's like mixed. The reverb mix is a little bit different. Maybe there should be an offset for that too. If not, I should maybe ask that to Neural guys. Yeah, that was it. I really liked people's presets as well. I didn't check all. We probably checked 10 different presets, maybe 15, including Nollies. And I hope to make a demo or include this nice amp to my next demos as well. I have a lot of upcoming stuff going on, and I definitely see myself using Nolly for that. And yep, that's my last comment. So thanks for watching. Kind of interesting stuff. I will Nolly live stream. I, for some reason, have that. This Nolly live stream will be my project that I will probably steal for the next update of the plugins. I'm not quite sure which one will be the next, but anyway. Thanks for watching. I saw a couple of comments, maybe a couple, not a couple, but not a couple, but a lot. I saw a lot of a lot of comments, and that was nice. Thank you for your engagement, and I wish you all really nice weekend, and see you on the next one.